Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, and I did do a weekly reading yesterday. I just have not gotten it uploaded because it's been kind of crazy. That's okay. I hope your team won for Super Bowl. I hope you're happy about the outcome. But today is Divine Masculine Monday, so I am going to do a Divine Masculine reading. It's going to be short, and it just feels like there's a lot of cleanup going on. I'm getting the image of a lot of debris, like the tower moment and then all the rubble, and just kind of an image of somebody trying to sweep it up, trying to clean it up. Okay, so today is February the 13th, and according to astrologyanswers.com, this is the last quarter moon in Scorpio. And so there may be some transformations that need to come to an end over the next week. So you can expect a little turbulent energy over the next week. And this can help you clean up and clear out. You can dig deep to find more that you can let go of. And it can be serious, but it leads to revitalization. So this is the last vestiges of what no longer serves you. If it just kind of is a scouring pad on your soul, it's time to let it go. And the weekly reading is going to talk a lot about that. But remember that Divine Masculine is going through the same energy, and they're cleaning up and clearing out too. So the moon enters Sagittarius. Bigger ideas and broad plans can get more focus, and you can take more optimistic look at things. You may want to pursue a new experience, and this can help you learn. So this feels like we're coming out of this kind of stagnant energy where we have just been so... It's like spiritually lethargic. Divine Feminine is moving on her path. She is strutting her spiritual stuff. But Divine Masculine is still in the cleanup energy. So as we are close to Valentine's Day, I know many of you are going to kind of be a little disappointed or brokenhearted if you don't hear from your Divine Masculine. Remember, this is a spiritual journey, and this is a connection. It's not necessarily a physical relationship. So don't let yourself fall into that energy of disappointment. Just don't anticipate it. They're in cleanup mode right now, and it just doesn't feel like there should be the expectation. It's like they just need to focus on cleaning up and then being able to make a new plan to move forward. So I know that's not what a lot of you want to hear, but my job is to tell you what the messages that come through, what is for your highest and greatest good, and it's not always easy to hear. But just take a deep breath. This is time for self-love. So make sure you're investing in nurturing self. Get with friends and people that you feel very connected with, and get into your spiritual alignment. That is the best form of self-love. Okay, so the last quarter moon in Scorpio, this is from Moonology, reveal what needs to be seen. And this, I can tell you from my own experience, this is tough, because it's like we're clinging on to things out of a sense of obligation. And this goes for Divine Masculine too. The energy is we're clinging to some things that we know we need to release, but either we don't know how, we don't know what it's going to look like if we do release, and we don't want to release and then have regret. And then it's like, there's an obligation here. And even though this situation or relationship doesn't make me happy, I feel like I'm obligated to keep it alive. And I know how that feels. I can tell you, I know how that feels. Okay, let's pull from the Divine Abundance deck and see what's going on for Divine. And this is for your counterpart. I am not doing this reading with the intention of connecting with your Divine Masculine energy. I really want to know what the physical 3D counterpart is experiencing right now. So let's see what's coming in the energies from the Divine Masculine. This could be a message from your Divine Masculine, or it just could be what set of circumstances they're dealing with energetically right now. So let's see what comes through. Sacrifice. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It is a sacrifice to love. So this is what needs to be seen is what needs to be cleared away. This is the housekeeping. This is the week we are clearing out all the spiritual, physical, emotional, psychological clutter in our lives. And let me tell you, it's hard. Because the reason you've been clinging to this stuff is, they're varied reasons. They're significant to you. And you just don't want to kind of give up because of possible regret. Maybe you're just overreacting. Look, energetically separate yourself. And it's hard, I know. I'm having to make the same decisions as you. But you may have to energetically just kind of focus on you right now. And that's okay. It's a form of self-love. And this is the week for self-love. Okay, we have the Emperor and the Six of Water. Definitely Divine Masculine soul connection, twin flame, deep soul connection energy. And we have a 6 and a 4, which is a 10. This feels like a realization. This feels like a realization. Either they've been sacrificing themselves for a situation that's not in their soul, and now their soul is like, I need something that's going to be compatible with my soul self. And it's like they recognize this. They're taking charge of this. Let's see if I can get some more light on the table. There. So it just feels like this is... They're pining for something. They're longing for something that is more a feature of their divine self. Okay? Four of Pentacles. Here's that resistance. Here's that fear. Fours to me are foundations, but there is some fear here of letting some things go. They're experiencing that same energy of fearing of letting go, because what if? What if they never find somebody to be on their same soul frequency? What if, they go through this catastrophic financial disaster? What if they make a mistake? So they're kind of lingering in that last bit of energy, but we all know from the full moon in Leo to the new moon in Pisces, this is the clean sweep. This is where the last vestiges of what no longer serves us is having to leave our life and is being forced to leave. Fear or no fear, resistance or no resistance. We have to have a clean slate in order to move forward and to ascend. And so whatever we've been fearful of letting go, whatever the Divine Masculine has been fearful of letting go, it's being swept away. Just saying. High Priestess. This is the intuition, and what I'm hearing is the higher self is making the 3D self kind of sabotage these situations in order to release them. Yeah, Ace of Air, there's the truth. This is what needs to be seen, the truth. These things no longer serve the Divine Masculine, nor do they no longer serve you. So release the resistance and let this shit go. You're going to be better off. Meditate on it and visualize these things leaving your life and being free and liberated. We did see liberation in the energy. We need to liberate. Look, 10 of Fire, 10 of Wands. She's just burning the last vestiges of whatever. This, I'm getting some debt, releasing some debt, releasing some obligations, releasing family situations, releasing marriages or commitments, releasing work situations. This is it. These are the actions that are just cleaning the slate. getting us to a 0 point. Okay, let's pull from the Lovers. And the sacrifice is one. Divine Masculine has been sacrificing his soul self in order to keep this 3D situation together, whatever it is. And there's been some fear there, but now that soul self is saying it's time to do things that are aligned with our soul. That's why we have this 6 of Cups and this Emperor. It is time to start to take charge of things that are aligned with our soul space, our soul self. And this is just amazing power. Look at that. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. Taking his power. There is that Emperor. Taking his power and saying, this no longer serves me, and now I'm going to liberate myself from this situation. And I know many of you, I can hear you saying, we've been hearing this. This is a process. Energy happens in layers. This is a process. He just doesn't wake up one day and say, well, I'm done. I'm going to get a divorce. I'm going to go through a financial calamity. I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to lose my house. And you know what? I'm going to make that decision just like that. This has to be a process. This has to be weighing options, trying to set things up for a future, making those future plans, being able to see clearly, being able to walk away in good conscience, knowing that you've tried everything in your power to make this work, to bring this to fruition. You can't expect someone to just terminate major aspects of their lives on a whim. This takes time. So I know many of you are frustrated saying, you know, I've been hearing this for so long. Yeah, but it's a process that takes a long time, and it should take a long time. And if you're going through this process, then it shouldn't be just a instantaneous decision where you're just like, look, this isn't aligned with me, I'm going to let it go. You have to weigh the consequences, the options, the opportunities, what comes next. Okay? So this is, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you've shared with those you love. So this feels like the energy of Divine Masculine saying, if I were to die today, would I be content with the way I've lived my life? If I were to pass in transition, what would I be taking with me? Anger, argument, disruption. I got a really strong pressure in my heart just then. And this is surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can come into our lives. Let go and it'll all work out. All the messages are about letting go and just letting go. Absolutely. Okay, let's pull from, this is your Dreams Come True tarot deck. This is a big week. I mean, we've been having a lot of big weeks, but since the Leo full moon, I mean, I don't know if you see, our sun is like blasting us with energy. We feel like we have this need to prepare for something. I can't shuffle this deck, so, I mean, not to pull cards, so. All right, let's see what this is. Oh my, okay. So we have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Wands. And the Four of Swords. So the Three of Pentacles to me is a partnership, an alliance. The Eight of Wands is taking action, and this is definitely somebody in solitude. So that denotes definitely taking the actions and the action steps in order to get into a place of stability and calm and healing. Okay, let's check the bottom of the deck. Look at that, Seven of Pentacles. This is doing the work, setting the stage for the inevitable at this point. Okay, so we have on the bottom of the decks, we have the Ten of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. This is definitely, lighting fire to the last vestiges of what no longer serves, and then preparing for the incoming new. So something has to be released in order for the new to come in, and they're making preparations. Let's take the bottom of this deck. Grief. Tears are what happens when the ice in the heart melts. There is going to be some tears shed. This is Three of Swords energy. We have sacrifice and grief as the energy for the divine masculine. So this is going to be turbulent. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be challenging. And, you know, open your heart chakra, have compassion. Send energy of healing and hope. All right. That is the reading for today. And I will see you tomorrow for the twin flame reading. Namaste.